Hello there. This is a very weird setup, I know. We've got... Is it going on that camera? Or is it going on this one? It's going on this one. I wondered there for a second. Yes. Backdrop. Pretty nice. I've angled my camera a different way this time. I'm not used to doing videos, I will say that. Me making YouTube videos, staring into a camera, is like watching Michael Jackson explain how they had to take pictures of his... you get me. If you've seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. I suppose what I'm going to say obviously comes from a very different perspective to anyone else who's, you know, who likes the mainstream way, who enjoys the mainstream sort of way of doing things. I think I'd like to make these videos long-form content, so you can listen to it just maybe as you're doing something. I don't know how long this is going to be. This is going to be me ranting almost without filter. Obviously some filter, because this is YouTube, and also, you know, you can't speak your full mind without getting some backlash. But I was watching a video on YouTube, saw a video on YouTube talking about the literary scene and Dua Lipa, and I don't really know what they're doing that much, but it made me think about different institutions and different people. For instance, Paul McCartney, Billy Shears, went on. It was some, you know, interview with a fucking balding, square glasses, white guy, midwit. Always the midwit. It's the same formula for every single time. It's just some balding white dude with fucking glasses. And they're both there, parallel to each other in the chairs with their legs crossed. And they're talking about, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're talking about. Loads of books behind, glorious amounts of books behind them. And before I start getting deep into this conversation, I have a strong passion for books, as you might be able to see. This isn't all of them. There's more. So seeing a giant ass library full of books behind glass, like fucking mountains, really sort of, it both pleased my eyes and angered my soul. And I'll get to why. One, just the modern nature of the interview itself. You've got this little potato man, who obviously, you know, he doesn't know fuck all. You've got this mountain of books behind them. Ages upon ages upon ages of knowledge and wisdom and information that, mind you, came from a time so unlike now, so far-flung, so vastly different to now, that it's to me at least, a historian, as someone who loves knowledge, someone who craves knowledge and truth and wisdom. It's almost sacrilegious to have people like that, or to have people like Dua Lipa, or to have these terrible influences on humanity being allowed to touch these books. Or, not that Dua Lipa has touched the books, you know what I mean. These people, these terrible examples of people, these absolute atrocities, fucking Sahelanthropus atrocities of human specimens, being able to go near, to even so much as go near the history and the wisdom, but to actually be able to be curators of that knowledge, to be curators of the libraries, to be handed the keys to the castle, if you will. One, they do this because they know they can be trusted, because they're stupid, and obviously they're not aware enough to be able to know what they're looking at, to then tell other people who want truth what the truth is. Because when they see something from the medieval era, they don't go, "Oh, 1,000-year reign of Christ." No, they go, "Oh, that's nice. It's like and Wikipedia." You know, they go, "Oh, Wikipedia, midwit." They put them in charge because they know they can be trusted. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it. That these people, obviously, if you follow the fact that this is the little season of Satan, as the world has shown by its actions, then it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because everything's topsy-turvy, upside down. You know, Hollywood, men are women, women are men. Anything good is bad, and anything bad is good. So yeah, but it really pisses me off. A lot of things piss me off in life. You'll get to know that. You'll get to know that. A lot of things piss me off. But if you get to a certain point, you see. One, if you have a certain level of soul awareness, which is just inherent awareness of the world around you and of things and principles and systems of and laws of matter and the way things work. And if you're a truther, a conspiracy theorist, you find yourself, obviously you fall into a very small niche of people, like X-Men dotted around, like a map. And you become very lonely unless you've got a community. But even sometimes, I've noticed, now I'm a bit of an elitist, as you'll probably find out. But even in the truther community, you'll get the same midwit potato people. Same thing. No awareness, or low awareness at least. But it's like, because imagine you have two programs, right? Imagine you have two programs. Program A is mainstream, mainstream midwit. Program B is, just getting that camera. Program B is non-mainstream midwit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, but it's just two different sides. Like left and right. Blue and red. Red and blue. Same thing. So even in the truther communities, you'll find the same idiots. And then those who are outside of that niche, of niches, because it becomes a fucking Russian doll. If you're outside of that, not only do you become self-aware inherently, because you've woken up from the fucking dream. Not only do you become self-aware, you become aware of others highly. Also, if you have autism, which I do, you might be able to tell. You might not. But I'm getting a little bit lost in my thought because I go from one thing to another, and also I'm trying to keep track of the fact that I'm recording all this. So I have to make sense not just to myself but to you, the viewer, which is difficult if you don't do this almost ever. Which I don't. But yeah, you it's the same thing, same problem, and you become a little niche of your own. And one of my favourite representations for that would be Interview with a Vampire. I love that movie. Really love it. Absolutely fantastic. It was a book originally, but they turned it into a film with Brad Pitt. And basically, Brad Pitt, which is, because there's two guys, Brad Pitt plays Louis. And Louis tries, he searches for other vampires for a long, long time. And eventually, he finds one. And he finds another who runs a whole little circle of vampires, a niche section, and he says, so is this it? He says, this is all there is. This is the best you got. And the other guy, long black hair, and he says, yeah, pretty much. And he said, they are the same as us. They're still vampires. They're still the same. But they're not like us. So he said, we're different. He said, they feed, they're just vampires. They just feed. That's all they do. They're not aware. They're not knowledgeable. They're not wise. They haven't learned from their time. They haven't leveled up, if you will. That we're different. Because we have. And, like I said, it becomes a niche with a niche. That's quite difficult to deal with. Because once you get to a certain level of awareness about the world and about yourself and about just everything in general, it becomes very, very tiring to the soul. But I suppose it's something you have to sort of strengthen yourself with, like weights, and you start seeing patterns, obviously, in everything. So every avenue you go down, you'll find the same patterns. You'll find the same people, the same characteristics, the same everything. Such as, obviously, you have to be aware of it. You'll find the midwits. You'll find all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it pisses me off to see such glory from an age so fantastic being wasted just for the sake of content. Like, there's this one particular ginger twat. Stay with me here. There's this one particular ginger twat who I won't name, but you'll probably know who he is if you've watched him before, because he's a book collector. Given the opportunity, would like to punch him one time in the face. Very hard. Okay, only because, stay with me, only because it's the same midwitical bullshit. Little privileged bullshit. Mainstream that is plaguing the world of academia, or academia. It's plaguing it with midwits. Because you'll go on his channel and it'll be like, fucking, you have this box or something full of fucking 1600s books that he bought for like 100,000 each. And it'll be like, I've just got this rare collection of 16th century books. And it's like, he'll go on this it's like, well done. Well done. Okay, now, obviously, I'm going to be biased because I love books. But, still, it's annoying. Because he's this little fucking privileged guy who's got all these lovely books, all this lovely stuff. He's in the book trade, he can afford it somehow, even though that's the only fucking thing he does. And it's like, oh, they'll go to Oxford or Cambridge, and they'll get involved with all these atrociously woke parties of people that, again, have the privilege of obtaining lovely, articles of objects and books and pieces of history, and being allowed to do things that people who know the truth about those very objects and pieces of history aren't allowed to use or go, and see, or whatchamacallit, simply because they know the truth. And obviously the other fucking woke midwit people can be trusted. They can be trusted with it. Because they're too stupid to speak out. Because they buy into the narrative. They buy into the narrative. So, and that's one of the problems. One of my problems. But that's all I really wanted to speak about. Just for the sake of making a video. So...